Hi. I just had one of our 3 garage door openers replaced. This is the old model that we had, the 1280R, half horsepower. They got me 20 years, so can't complain. But anyway, I had it changed to the newer MyQ opener. That's this one right here. It's the LiftMaster. Our model we got was the 84505R. It has the camera built in, all the goodies, and it's one of their MyQ Wi-Fi connected units, which I thought, well, that's really great. Because what I had been using on the old ones was the MiROS garage door opener, which I'll show you here in just a second. But anyway, when I had this installed, we have back up here a second. I have a lot of our devices that are automatically controlled through the Alexa app, so I use Alexa. And so one of the important things was that I was able to get this linked with Alexa to open and close the garage door. Well, after a lot of research back and forth, I found out that you cannot open these doors without using the MyQ app, which really torqued me off. There's 2 main functions that you want to put in with your automated house, and that's to open your door and to close your door. I don't understand the logic at all, but I'll get back to that in just a second. Now on all of my existing garage doors, I put this MiROS MSG 100 opener, and it worked great. It was easily linked to Alexa, and you could use Alexa's voice to open the door. I put a 3-digit code in there, so Alexa will ask you for the code number, and you just tell them, and it opens the door. And then when you're ready to close, you just say, Alexa, close the door, and it closes the door. So it worked great. And that's what I wanted to do, since all of my family has Alexa on their phones. That's what I wanted to do with this new LiftMaster. Well, after much research on and off, they were saying you could use some SimpleCommands app and IFTTT and all that kind of stuff. Well, the SimpleCommands app is written for an old phone, old Android, so it wouldn't work on my phone or my family's. And the IFTT, yeah, sure, I can get the garage door to open and link to Alexa, but it still did not give me any option to open the door. I don't understand it. Some people say it's some security thing with LiftMaster. I don't know what it is, but to me it's asinine. There's 2 major functions that you want to be able to control when you have an automated household, and that's you want to open your garage door and you want to close your garage door. So, and I don't like having to switch apps every time I have to do that. So anyway, the fact that I couldn't use Alexa to open my garage door just kept eating on me, and I got to thinking. I'm a retired electrical engineer, and I got to thinking, the new unit uses this remote. It's an 893 Max, and all it really is it has 3 micro switches in for door 1, 2, and 3, and when you push the button, it pushes the little micro switch, it closes the switch, and it sends a signal to your garage door opener. And I got to thinking, well, I think there's a way to use this with my MiROS, which kind of works on the same function. The MiROS this kind of shows some temporary wiring, but the MyROS has an output right here that would connect to the old terminals on the garage door opener, so that it just gives a momentary closure, and then you have a magnetic switch on the door that tells the MyROS whether it's open or closed. So, but the magnetic switch on the garage door open is important for the MyROS to work. It has to know when the door closes, and it has to know when it's open, so it knows when to close and open and close the switch. Anyway, that's easy. That comes with the kit. So what I did is I ordered some knockoffs. That's like these right here. They're supposed to be like the LiftMaster 893 Max, and I took it apart, and inside here is a circuit board. Just looks just like that. Hang on a second. Okay. And where are we? Here you can see the 3 switches right here, and it's just an open and close. You push the button, it closes the switch. You release it, it opens the switch. And you can see if I push this button right here, for example, and it flickers, it's sending the signal. So what I've done is I actually soldered 2 wires right here between these 2 terminals across the switch, and then I linked this switch to the garage door opener, my new one, that's door 2, and then and I haven't finished doing a splice there, and don't pay attention to this crap. I'm going to do it decent. I've connected these 2 wires to the 2 wires off of the MyROS. So this is set up so that I could just do testing. This is where the magnetic switch plugs into. So I have those are set on my door. I'll try to get a picture of that later. So anyway, what happens then is when I have this set up on my Alexa, linked to my Alexa, I can still go and say open garage door 2, and after giving it the code and all, that button will activate. Right now I have it so it actually will open the garage door. So, but it'll do this little trigger like that, and it opens the door. So I'm gonna, after I get it hooked up, I'll show you again how it works. So if you know, it takes a little bit of know how to do this. It's not hard. If you can do any soldering at all, I mean, this is pretty easy to solder right here under these 2 terminals. You can see this one looks just like it on the end there. So you get a little solder on the wire, you're like on these blue wires, get a little solder on those strands, and then all you have to do is just touch it, and then if you have a good hot soldering iron, it'll melt it right in there easy, and then just let it dry. You do have to be kind of careful because they'll break off or snap off. And I'll probably mount this whole thing in a little box or something. I'm not really sure, but something to kind of protect the wires. But this is how I had it wired up, just to test and make sure it's going to work. And I did it the other day in the garage, and it worked great. So I'll come back and I'll show that to you. We're out in the garage, and that's the magnetic switch right there. So that when the door opens and closes, the MyROS knows what to do. You can kind of see my old unit right there. So I just kind of got it hooked up temporarily, but let me see if I can get this to work. Hold on. Okay, here we are. I kind of got it set up haphazard right now, but I'll do better. But let's try this. Alexa, open garage door 2.
What's your voice code for garage door
Opening.
2?
Hang on.
The garage door 2 is open.
Alexa, close garage door 2.
Closing. Hang on. The garage door 2 is closed.
Okay, that worked great.